Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and today we're going to make this bag, gift bag, for Mom, or it could be for anybody. You could just make gift bags for whomever you wanted and wouldn't have to go to town and buy them. This is about 12 inches, I believe. No, maybe not 12. Let's see. This is 9. It is 7 by 9, so that's a pretty good size, and it is about 3 inches deep. So you could put lots of goodies in there. And the best part is, this is a really good way to use up some of that scrap paper that you're hoarding, and I know you are hoarding just like I do. This is just a single-sided paper that I've had forever and a day in a paper stack that I got a long time ago. So I used it. These are just some of the little rolled roses, and I cut these out with my Cricut, but you can do these without having to use the Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, you can do them just by making a circle and then cutting the rose and rolling it, cutting the circle up and rolling it up. You know how to do that. You can find tons of tutorials on YouTube about that. But these are just some that I cut on my Cricut just to save a little bit of time. This is just an old sticker that I've had forever, and I thought it went pretty well with that. So this is some lace that I have had for a long time. I got it from Cindy Rozak. So I just kind of put it all together. This is some satin ribbon that's been in my stash. Nothing was bought new. Everything was something that I had in my stash. So let's make one. Let's make another one. Alright, you're going to start out with 2 pieces, and you can use cardstock, or like I'm using some single-sided pattern paper that I've had for a good while. And all you need to do is cut each piece down to 11 inches by 12 inches. Let me zoom out just a little, and you can see all of my trash over here when I zoom out. So 11 inches by 12 inches. Put your 11-inch side in your scoreboard, the 11-inch up here, okay? And you're going to score at 3 inch and at 10 inch. And then you're going to turn it. I turn mine to the right. Turn it 1 turn. And you're going to score at 3 inches. Okay, so that's all you're going to do with that one. So lay that one aside. Put your second sheet in. Put the 11-inch side at the top. Make sure you've got the 11-inch side. Score at 3 and at 10. Make sure you turn it the same way. Turn to the right. Score at 3 inches. You've got to have both of them the absolute same way. Okay, we're through with our scoreboard, so we'll lay that aside. And we're going to burnish all of our score marks. I didn't get a video up yesterday because we had so many packages we was trying to get out, so we got all of those out. So I decided I would do a couple of videos today. Hope that's okay with everybody. I have so many ideas and so many things I want to share with you guys. And our challenge will be over for the 30-day challenge next week, so we got to get some things going. Alright, now you're going to cut away this little square right here. We don't need that. So we're just going to cut that away straight up the score line. As straight as possible. My straight usually is not too straight. And just cut that away. And then you're going to cut up on this score line. Okay, you're going to do the other piece the same way. So cut that away, and then cut up on this score line right here. Okay, that is all the cutting we're going to do. Now we can put our pattern paper on now, or we can wait, and I'm just going to wait. So I lay mine over to where this little flap is laying where we cut that piece out, and we have this little 1-inch piece right here. So lay it that way. We're going to put score tape on this, and you're going to put it right up next to the score line. Not on it, but next to the score line. Okay, and you can go ahead and put score tape on this one too. On this as well. Put it right up next to your score line. Okay. Now we're going to pull this off. And you're going to join these together. So what you want to do is make sure that the top is even. Put it right up to the score line. And my score line's a little bit hard to see, but I think it is right there. And hopefully I didn't get my head in the shot. If I did, you got to see my wonderful hair today. I have a bad hair day. Okay. Then you just fold it back over this way, lay that down, pull this off. And you're going to lay this one down. Let me roll that in. You're going to lay this one down, getting it as straight as you possibly can. And I got mine a little bit off, but we're going to go with it. We can always trim it. So there's the beginning. I got mine a little off right here, so I'm going to trim that. It's not a biggie, but I want it to be even at the top especially. So I'm just going to trim that off a little bit. The other side looks good. Okay, now we'll put our pattern paper on. And this pattern paper is cut at 4 by 6.5, but you could cut it at whatever size you wanted. It just depends on how big you want it. I just want mine to sit at the bottom like this, so I just cut mine at 4 by 6.5, but it is up to you. But I think making up a few of these and putting them aside is a good idea, because then you'll have these ready to go when you need to wrap a present. Just put some tissue paper in there and you're ready to go with a present. So I'm just putting it in between the score lines. These are my score lines, so that's the way my box would be, or my bag box. And I'm going to put some on the other side. This just kind of adds a little bit of decoration to it, but of course if you made your bag with pattern paper, then you wouldn't have to do this. You could just use your pattern paper. So there again, that's, I give you the measurements and then you can do with ever what you want. Okay, so we got those on there. And I actually did ink that with green, but when it hit this, it turned purple, turned teal. Okay, now we're ready to put the bottom together, and I'm just going to decide. I don't really care which one's the front, so I'm going to put my score tape right here. Now, if you are planning on putting something pretty heavy in this box, then I would use score tape on the bottom. If you're not, then you could always put it together with a little bit of glue or ATG tape, just whatever. But you know, I'm going to put mine together with with score tape, just because I don't know what I might be putting in it, and I want it to be strong and hold. Okay, so fold the sides in, fold this one over, And then we're going to put this one over and put it just as straight as possible and press it down. There you go. So there it is, and I go ahead and do just a little bit of a, not a pinch, but just a little bit of squishing on there. Now we're going to put a couple of holes in each side. I do not measure this. I just leave this open and I put it all the way down as far as it'll go, and I bring it over about 1 inch from the side. I just eyeball it. So that works for me. So put one on each side. Okay. And now I think I'm going to use the same ribbon that I used on my other one. And this is just some satin ribbon that I got on sale one time, a good while ago. Just about everything I have in my stash I find on sale. And just make sure that your ribbon are cut at the same length. I use about, this is probably about 14 inches. Let's see. Well, it's a little bit more than that. 12. It's about 16 inches for each. That gives you room to tie the ribbon. And you start from the outside, push it in, and then just tie you a little knot on the end. And I pull it as close to the end as possible so that I don't waste any of that ribbon. And you could put glue on here to keep it from fraying. I'm not going to do that just for the sake of the video, but on the other one I did. And I think I got these a little bit long. I would cut them about 14 inches. I think that's what I cut my other ones, because I think these are going to be just a little long. But we'll see. You can always shorten them. You can't make them longer, but you can always make them shorter. Unless you can find a material stretcher. Okay, so there's that one on that side. You can also burn this a little bit on the end to keep it from fraying. There's, I mean, you guys know how to keep ribbon from fraying, so I'm not going to go over that with you. Take that time. Just the main thing is showing you how to assemble the box bag box. Okay, so there are our ribbons. No, that's probably not too long. Okay, there are our ribbons. And now I'm going to use these little flowers that I made on my Cricut. And I made one up. This is how they cut out. So I'll make this one up for you. If you have a Cricut, it is in your design program. I'll tell you what it's called in just a second. I start mine off with a little paintbrush, and I just take that paintbrush and I roll that as tight as I can around the paintbrush, just a few rolls, and then I just pull the paintbrush out and I put my thumb and my finger on either side, and then I just start twisting. And I don't think that one, let's see, let's try that again. I didn't get that one as tight as I want it in the middle. I like the middle of them really tight. There we go. I think I let it loose just a little bit. Hold on to it pretty tight until you get it all rolled up. And just keep rolling it around and around in your finger. These are really, really pretty. I love these. They've got 2 or 3 different designs in them too. So Oh, but you can make these, if you don't have a Cricut, you can make this just by using those decorative scissors, cutting your circle, and then just cutting around and around and around in the circle. Okay, so it already has the little piece on the bottom. It's already got that cut for you. After I get mine rolled up like that, I press on it a little bit, and then I kind of sit it down and let it do its thing. And you can see it'll kind of, it unwinds just a little. And that's what I want. I don't want it any smaller than that. So you just grab it when it gets to the point to where you want it. I pull this back. And I use hot glue because I'm impatient and I don't like to wait for other kind of glues to dry on something like this. Just put your hot glue on there, press it down. Make sure you press your center down in there really well so that it'll grab, so that it won't keep unwinding. Alright, and then I think I'll put them right there. So again, I'm going to use my hot glue. I'm going to put that one right there. And that one right there. And I'll be so glad when my new glue gun gets here, and I know y'all will too, because you hear me complain about that one every time I use it. Okay, now I'm going to put my hand on the inside, and I'm going to press these on here really well so they're going to hold till that glue dries. Alright, and then these are the little sticker things that I've had. I've had these forever. I like that one. My greatest blessings call me mom. That's cute. Let's see. Home is where your mom is. That one's cute. I don't know if it'll go though. Let's see. This one right here might go pretty good. It just says motherhood. We could put it right in. I think I want to, I like when I take I know these stickers are not real popular a lot of the times, but when you take a sticker off, an older sticker, if you want it to pop up off of your page, you can do one or two things. Put the ink around it, or you can also put it on a piece of cardboard or cardstock or something, and then trim around that, and that'll make it sit up a little bit. But I just want mine to kind of lay right in there, and I think I'm going to use a pop dot on it. Put a couple of pop dots on the back, because the sticky is not too great on this. Because these are old. I've had them forever and a day. And I'm going to put that right in there. Alright, that is the bag completed. You could also use your tag punch or just make a tag. This is not the right color, but you could make a little tag and put it right there. Hang it off of that so that you could put a name on there. I think they're super cute. I'm excited about being able to make my own bags now. And oh, I didn't put the lace around the top. I know y'all are going to want lace around the top, so let's do the lace. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's me and my mouth. I get started. Alright, now you can put lace on many different ways. I use my score tape to put my lace on, just because it is easy, it's quick, and it does stick. So all I do is I use my thin score tape. This is the 1/4 inch, and I just run it around the box, the bag, the whatever, and try to get it straight. Mine's not going too straight right now because I put my handles on first. Put your lace on before you do your handles. Or if you don't want to put lace on, you know, you don't have to. You could put anything on these. You could decorate them up any way that you wanted. This is just a quick and easy Okay, I'm going to press that down a little bit, and then I'm going to start right here and I'm just going to pull part of that back, and I'm just going to use the same lace, and this is just some little lace, little cute lace, and I'm just going to put it right at the very tip of the edge of the bag. That will cover any imperfections that I might have done in my cutting, and it also just kind of finishes out the top of the bag. I'm glad I remembered this. I would have been upset with myself had I not put the lace on there. So that is it. That is finished. Aren't they cute? I absolutely love them. Wonderful bags for any event that you might have. Great for upcoming Mother's Day. I'll probably put a couple of gifts in here for Mother's Day for some of my special mothers myself. We will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye-bye.